Right now at 5, the Brewers enter Game 4 with their backs against the wall. We asked a psychic how they can save their season. And Friday Night Frenzy, a regular season finale. Some teams looking to end on a high while others prepare for their playoff run.
Watching WKBT Lacrosse, this is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Emily is off tonight. The Brewers are on the brink of elimination. Starting tonight, they need to win 4 in a row in the NLCS to keep their playoff hopes alive. Only one team has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit. That would be the Red Sox in the 2004 ALCS against the Yankees. Jose Quintana will get the ball for the Crew. Meanwhile, the Dodgers will counter with Shohei Ohtani. First pitch is at 7:30. Now, don't hit the panic button just yet. We asked a psychic to tap into her intuition for some answers on the series. News 8 Now's Allison Fergut is in the newsroom tonight with the results. Allison.
Although it's not looking great for the Brew Crew, a local psychic astrologer says all hope is not lost yet.
It's been a record-breaking season for the Milwaukee Brewers, and psychic astrologer Heather Carmona says everything can be explained based on when the franchise moved to Milwaukee in 1970.
It is absolutely no accident why they're going through what they're going through. Because at the end of the day, their purpose is to be more spiritual as a team.
Carmona says the Brewers are going through somewhat of a rebirth this season thanks to a nodal return, and that's a big reason for their success.
Because this is very much what they're meant to do as a team, is they're meant to lean into their spiritual gifts.
She says it's not surprising the Brewers have found themselves in a slump recently, and it could actually play to their advantage.
I think they work better under pressure, especially with where the chart is at now.
But if they want to succeed going forward, they need to let go of perfection.
The lesson here for them is to use their spiritual gifts to move themselves forward, and that's why everything's been happening the way it has this year.
Carmona says manager Pat Murphy's birth chart is another reason to be excited.
The energy is high for him. He feels strong. He feels vigorous. It's going to lead him to take more risks, but he does need to be careful not to be overconfident.
The future may look murky, but Carmona says the stars could still align.
Miracles happen, and the Brewers have pulled out more than one miracle this year. So it's time for more, and it's time for that good energy to be pushed forward to the team. We can do this. They can do this.
It's all about belief in the powers beyond the veil.
Stop being skeptical and start believing, because that's only going to help your team.
And I'm no psychic, but I'll call myself an optimist, and I predict that we'll have at least one more game back in Milwaukee before the season's over. Reporting in the newsroom, Allison Fergut, News 8 Now.
Would love if you're right, Allison. The Salvation Army giving away free coats to kids today. The organization hosted a Coats for Kids distribution at its warehouse on Nelson Place. No registration was required.
If you look around, there's so many coats for different ages, including for adults. We have a very generous community, and it is amazing to be a part of that.
Quick Trip is sponsoring the coat donation. There will be another distribution next Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the same location.
Well, it certainly did feel like October today when we started off the upper 50s. We got all the way to the 70s, mid-70s in fact, too. But we have showers in the area right now because there is a cold front approaching. Both locations aren't quite seeing it, but La Crosse, you're kind of right on the edge. You can see the radar right there. We'll kind of get more details here on it. Right there, you see some few showers that are across the area, but a lot of this still is struggling to reach the ground. But that would be the case. So overall, we'll see a few sprinkles continue to push from southwest to northeast through La Crosse. If we go up to Eau Claire, it's really not going to see much in the way of anything right now. A lot of it's to the south, so I think it will be dry conditions with a few cloud cover. Really, that's about it. And the best shot overall is probably going to be south of La Crosse continuing to this evening. Showers, a few of them out there right now, but still very warm conditions too. So going forward, we do have mild conditions continuing for one more day, but we do have a change coming, and that means October-like conditions are coming back for at least the second half of this weekend. We'll break all that down a bit later.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Well, it's one of the Coulee region's most high-tech ambulances. News 8 Now's Grace Monk went on a ride along with Gunderson Air.
Gunderson Air plays a critical role in saving lives in the Coulee region, and today we got a closer look at that. Gunderson Air's medical teams are made up of 3 people, a pilot, a paramedic, and a nurse. Crews do everything from responding to a roadside emergency to moving patients between hospitals. The job requires medical staff to learn skills that traditional nurses or paramedics wouldn't have.
You know, in the nurse in the hospital, you've got a whole team. You have pharmacists, you have radiology, you have your specialist doctors that are readily available to answer questions, where we have a medical director who has made sure that we are ready to handle, whatever comes our way.
Crew members work 24-hour shifts. One team is located in Sparta and the other in Decorah, Iowa. When they're not responding to a call, they're at the base waiting for the next one to come in. Reporting in La Crosse, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
UW-Platteville will close its Baraboo-Sauk County campus. It'll happen May 22nd after the spring semester. Classes will continue as planned until then. Officials say it's due to declining enrollment. This year's total enrollment is at 178. The campus was initially designed to accommodate 350. Toma Health says it's saving money and the environment with a reusable container system. The hospital launched the OZ system in its cafe back in July. Staff and visitors use reusable containers instead of disposable ones, then return them to drop boxes where they're cleaned. 3 months in, the hospital says it's saving hundreds of dollars a month in supply costs.
It feels good to be contributing less to trash, and it feels really great to be able to spend more money on food instead of garbage.
Toma Health is among a limited number of facilities using the OZ system. It's the final week of the high school football regular season. A few teams still trying to make the playoffs, while others are looking to lock up conference titles. News 8 Now's Jacob Lenzendorf and Kate Overton join us from UWL, where we've got a big one in the MVC, fellas.
You're absolutely right, Ken. A big one indeed tonight. A champion will be crowned in the MVC. Now, will it be the Central Riverhawks by themselves, Kate, or will it be the Holman Vikings sharing with them? The Riverhawks have rattled off 6 wins in a row after dropping their first 2. What are they doing well right now?
It's really impressive. You just need to win one game at a time. When you get off to a bad start like that, you start to build momentum and you start winning games. And a big reason for that is their workhorse, Christian Rudrud. He plays a little bit of quarterback. He plays running back. He's even a big part of their defense. He's got 1,300 rushing yards on the year and over 700 passing yards. He kind of does it all for this team, and he's a big reason why they've been able to win some of these games and put together this streak.
Absolutely. They are a tough team to beat, and no small task tonight for Onalaska as well. They got some great players as well. Kason Stetler, Ian Cole, a two-headed monster on offense for the Hilltoppers. It's going to be a good one. We'll have more coverage coming up at 6, but for now, Ken, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, guys, thank you. Still to come tonight, a former Trump advisor pleading not guilty. What the current administration believes John Bolton and former President Biden have in common. And President Trump meets with Ukrainian President Zelensky, how they say it could help reach an end to the war in Ukraine.
Monday at 5 a.m., the Blackhawk Bridge officially closes, what it means for your commute, plus breast cancer deaths are dropping, what's behind the good news, and Walmart or Target, who has the cheapest Halloween costumes, when we see you at 5 a.m.
Get ready to celebrate. It's Oktoberfest at Home Furniture. Fall into savings of up to 10% off sale prices throughout the showroom. This bedroom suite is now just $5.99. Plus, right now, get 3-year special financing during the Oktoberfest sale, only at Home Furniture.
At Overhead Door Company, we repair any garage door and only install the best. Serving up to 100 miles outside of the Onalaska, Wisconsin area. When you need a door company you can trust with your life, call Overhead Door Company of the Seven Rivers region.
I lost my son to an accidental drug overdose. This is why we created the George Ford Recovery Foundation to champion drug use awareness, funding, and solutions so we don't lose any more kids. You know, there's an effective, simple solution. Narcan kits help save lives in seconds. They're required in schools in many states, but sadly, not in Wisconsin. Help us become the next state to implement them and save lives. So please call your state senator today.
One morning, Rachel's search to find new frames led her family to discover their perfect pairs too. Yes, even for Grandpa. Get 40% off lenses. Nobody cares for eyes more than Pearl.
Save big at Hy-Vee, Friday through Sunday. Hy-Vee chicken breasts, just $2.48 a pound. Cosmic Crisp, Fuji, Granny Smith, or Gala apples, just 99 cents a pound. Avocados, 67 cents each. Brew Pub Pizza, just $4.99. Plus, get great deals on Cheez-Its, Doritos, Johnsonville smoked sausage, Coke 6-packs, and more. Save in-store and online, Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Cooley Carpet has always been more than just carpet, and now the name will reflect that. Cooley Floors and Design. Along with the brand new name, there's a fresh new look to the showroom. Don't worry, Cooley Floors and Design still has the same great team at the same convenient location. Ready to elevate your space? The design consultants will take the time to discuss your dreams, needs, and your budget. Cooley Floors and Design will accompany you through every step, from expert advice to professional installation. Visit Cooley Floors and Design on Mormon Cooley Road for a fresh new look.
Looking for the perfect rug? How about two? Buy one rug at sale price and get another one free. Find your perfect rug match when you choose from 30 different patterns, sizes, and shapes. Our rug experts in every showroom are ready to help. BOGO Rugs, going on now at Homeworld Rugs.
Former National Security Advisor John Bolton is in court pleading not guilty today. The Trump critic is accused of mishandling classified materials, including sharing classified national defense information with relatives between April 2018 and September 2019.
This indictment is definitely much more substantial than the indictments we saw against Jim Comey and Tish James. It paints a picture, allegedly, of a defendant who is careless with classified information, with information concerning the national defense.
After he left the Trump administration, Bolton wrote a book about his time in the White House, calling Trump a, quote, stunningly uninformed leader. President Trump met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at the White House today. They discussed weapons Zelensky says are important to peace negotiations with Russia. Erica Brown has the details.
President Trump, sir, do you believe you can convince Vladimir Putin to end the war in Ukraine?
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky arrived at the White House Friday for talks with President Trump about ending his country's war with Russia.
We have to get together. It's a very small group of people. It's the president, and the president. Okay, 3 presidents. And I'm the mediator president.
Zelensky says he's ready to negotiate and is pushing for a ceasefire, but claims Russian President Vladimir Putin is not serious about peace. Zelensky is also requesting American-made Tomahawk missiles to bolster the fight against Russia.
We understand what we need to push Putin to negotiation table.
President Trump says he's considering sending the missiles, though Moscow warns it would be a major escalation.
It could mean big, escalation. It could mean a lot of bad things can happen. Tomahawks are a big deal.
The high-stakes meeting today comes after Thursday's more than 2-hour phone call between President Trump and President Putin. They agreed to meet for another round of face-to-face talks in Hungary.
Aren't you concerned that maybe the Russian president is trying to buy himself more time?
Yeah, I am, but, I've been played all my life by the best of them, and I came out really well. So it's possible, a little time. It's all right.
President Trump's last meeting with Putin in Alaska ended without a breakthrough as peace talks appear to stall. But the president says he is confident a deal can be reached to end the war in Ukraine. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
Well, did Kamala Harris just hint at a possible 2028 run? She was on the podcast On with Kara Swisher when she was asked. Harris said, quote, maybe, maybe not. The former vice president has already bypassed a run for California governor in 2026. Grubhub is offering a unique deal, but there's a catch. It's only for college students. From October 18th through November 1st, Grubhub is offering snooze insurance. If you sleep through a late-night delivery, you'll get $15 toward a do-over meal. Grubhub says 72% of college students have snoozed through a late-night delivery order. And some pretty cool curtains are hitting the auction block. They hung during the final episode of The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. He hosted the show from 1962 through May 22nd of 1992. Heritage Auction is selling the Technicolor curtains. Starting bid, $5,500. We'll have more news ahead tonight, but first.
Yeah, we had almost summer-like conditions today, pretty mild for Saturday, but we are going back to more fall-like, typical middle of October conditions. So we'll show you what the temperatures look like, and if we got any more precipitation this weekend, that all coming up on your first warm weather update after the break.
I'm exhausted. Shopping for a mattress is just so confusing.
Sounds like mattress shopophobia. At Slumberland, our sleep counselors are here to help you find the best mattress without any pressure.
But awesome pressure relief.
Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
Interested in a heat pump for your home? Here at G&T, we've got an offer to sweeten the deal.
Qualified customers can get up to $8,000 off a new Goodman heat pump system and a $2,000 tax credit for this year. In most cases, you'll pay less for this heat pump and furnace system installation, as well as over time with its efficiency and energy savings. Seriously, a Goodman heat pump that's smaller and more efficient for less. Plus, it's installed by an amazing team of skilled technicians with quality you can count on and experience you can trust. Interested? Call G&T for the best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
To everyone who believes in Midwest magic, you'll always find it here at Culver's. Not that kind of magic.
Midwest magic turns fresh, never frozen beef into a juicy butter burger.
And transforms farm fresh dairy into the creamiest custard you've ever had. Ta-da!
But it's not just what we serve, it's how we serve it.
With a warm welcome and a little extra love.
Love in every bite.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
Yeah!
Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls brings you a kickin' country Christmas with Mason-Dixon Line. A family-friendly Christmas spectacular with Mason-Dixon Line Live. Friday, December 19th. Tickets just $25 with $10 in free rewards play. A kickin' country Christmas Friday, December 19th at Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls. Enjoy the show and stay the night. Book a room at our hotel and ask for the $25 will get you $50 rewards play casino package. Limit 2 offers per room.
This right here is what the experts call a problem.
Today I'm lifting some sunken concrete.
So again, this is simply forming a new layer between the soil and the concrete, and it's expanding as we speak.
That's right.
That's moving.
It's moving.
Son of a gun.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
It's weirdly satisfying.
Isn't it?
Is your relationship suffering from nagging bed aches? Try the Sealy Posturepedic. Can you feel the support? That's the Precision Fit coils. They flex to your body, supporting you where you need it most. Stop stressing, start sleeping with Slumberland's 365-night sleep guarantee.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
In Alaska, hundreds are being evacuated after the remnants of a typhoon slammed the coast. Extreme winds and storm surge knocked down homes and flooded communities. A pair of isolated coastal villages were the hardest hit. The National Guard says its operation is one of the largest airlifts in recent Alaska history. Well, quite a warm one in our region for mid-October, but potential rain chances over the weekend. Let's get all the details from Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart.
Yeah, definitely. It was warm here, too. We have a few showers today, but really a lot of areas are not going to see the shower activity. I think the rain is better coming in Saturday night. Right now, we've seen a little bit of activity. You can see it's moving from southwest to northeast. But if you look at the outside cameras right now, it's a lot more of what we call virga, not precipitation, just not reaching the ground. It's too dry. A lot of that is what we're seeing. Even up at Ridgeline at I-90, we've had a few sprinkles here and there, but all in all, a lot of this isn't reaching the ground. The better opportunity coming later is going to be areas south of La Crosse. Right now, they're not seeing a lot of, excuse me, a lot of activity, fairly dry, but this is the one that we're area that we're really going to be seeing the activity overall. As you look at the front right now, here's the front that's really draping through. Very thin line. You can see it stretching down all the way southwest of Omaha. That's going to be coming through, and then the front to the north, that's the one that we'll be tracking for Saturday. That'll bring precipitation Saturday night. In a better shot, I think everyone will see precipitation. But you'll see really Eau Claire is pretty much in the clear. Everywhere south for a few more hours, La Crosse will see the opportunity for a few showers. Even a rumble of thunder is possible, but a lot of this may not be able to reach the ground. By the time we get to about 8, La Crosse, you're pretty much done with it, and it's just really east of La Crosse, near Volksfield, and then towards southwest Wisconsin, stretching down to Prairie du Chien. That's about really the only area that's going to see it after 10 p.m. A little bit of a line of showers and potential storms. By the time we get to about 2 or 3, that's pushing east. Everyone else is very quiet throughout the rest of the night. The only concern about tomorrow morning is you start seeing this expansion of this cloud here, kind of a low cloud, potential fog in some of these valleys. You can see some of that kind of outlined in the areas here. Something to keep in mind for Saturday morning. It won't persist very long, but it'll be out there. Now, the next system we're watching really won't arrive till Saturday evening, really probably after about 7 or 8 p.m. You see the west winds here, and then all of a sudden, here comes a precipitation towards Twin Cities. This is going to be more general of a light rain event than anything else. It'll come through about 7 to 8, and then really pretty much going to be a widespread light rain event going all the way from about 9 p.m. all the way to about 3 or 4 p.m., especially as you go further south. Eau Claire, you'll probably see some of this wrap up around midnight to 1. La Crosse, maybe about 2 to 3. And then areas further south, it may not be till 4 to 5 a.m. you start seeing it. Also notice the arrows from the northwest. That's the northwest winds. It's going to start getting breezy later in the night as that front pushes east, too. That'll be the big story going into Sunday, is more sun but wind in the afternoon. Precipitation, a lot more. This goes all the way from tonight all the way through tomorrow night. About a half to maybe 3/4 south and east of La Crosse. Potential get even close to an inch for some of the areas in southwest Wisconsin. It really drops off quickly to much less than the 10th if you go further north and west. Temperatures tomorrow, not bad. A few degrees cooler, but still well above average. Then as we go into Sunday, it's a lot more seasonable conditions. You're going to feel it here, upper 50s to low 60s, along with a good west-northwest wind, about 15 to 20. So you'll definitely feel cooler going in there. The good news going to the start of the work week, we're back up into the 60s before another front comes through. And after that, it's more kind of seasonable conditions throughout the rest of next week, with another warm up coming towards Friday and possibly next weekend too. But overall, a fairly dry pattern once we get past tomorrow night's precipitation too. So
sure looks that way.
So overall, Saturday won't be bad. Saturday night, and then Sunday, yeah, it's back to mid-October.
All right. Thank you, Greg.
Yep.
Still to come, a skate park, a baby moose, and a lot of rope. The story in just a bit.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Right now, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in.
Are we having the wool pulled over our eyes here?
No, and you get the latest phones. High five.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
I have been working at Firefighters Credit Union for over 20 years and been in the mortgage business for 30 years. We get a lot of people that like to shop around, and I encourage people to shop around for mortgages. And the one thing that you hear over and over is that we're for real. What they hear on the commercials is what they see when they come and see any of our employees. All these things together are what make Firefighters Credit Union the team you can trust.
'Cause everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get 0% APR with a total value of over $5,800 on this Sierra 1500 model.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
We see you out there, making your own kind of magic.
Oh my goodness!
From the unique gifts you give to the one-of-a-kind ways you celebrate. At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we help you put your plans into action with great prices on top brands, so you can give the best presents without breaking the bank.
It's Mom!
And bring a little more joy to your world.
He's so cute.
Best Christmas ever?
Yeah. Definitely.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet, being original.
U.S. Cellular makes it easy to switch. Get $1,100 off any phone with no trade-in.
We don't even have to trade in our teeth?
Nope.
I almost lost this one.
Get $1,100 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, here's a rescue you don't often see. In Breckenridge, Colorado, a moose calf became stuck in a concrete bowl over at a skate park. Just a few yards away, its worried mom. That's when the wildlife workers jumped into action. They used a winch and a pulley system to safely lift the calf out and reunite with its mom. Nice ending. We'll have another look at tonight's weekend forecast after the break.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. When you're looking for new appliances, Menards is the place to shop. You'll find a great selection ready to take home today. Save over $350 on this Whirlpool electric range after sale price and 11% rebate. Shaw flooring is perfect for active households. The Hillcrest collection is waterproof and features an attached noise-reducing pad. Just $259 a square foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
after I decided my pain was too much, and my doctor actually suggested that I do visit the Good Feet store. Pretty amazing when they put the arch supports in your shoe and you walk around and you realize there's not pain, and you think, how can this arch support in my shoe make my back pain go away? But it works. And how can it make my knee pain go away? It was incredible.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if arch supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on all Silverado 1500 models.
Visit HometownChevy.com.
I discovered that long as I just keep trying and study hard, that I can accomplish what I want to accomplish. I have to believe in myself. A person like me, coming from the west side of Chicago, people don't come from there and be construction workers and stuff like that, so anything is possible, and this is just like a life-changing experience. The FSAT program was amazing. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now.
If you want selection, then that's what we've got at King Furniture. King Furniture has more Lazy Boy recliners than anywhere else in the Coulee region. Fabric, leather, and even lift chairs. Try them all out. Sit on this, sit on that. There's plenty here to choose from. And as always, we'll deliver and haul away for free. Find what you're looking for today at King Furniture.
All right, if you're south of La Crosse, this is where we're going to continue to see for about 2 to 3 hours from some scattered showers. A lot of this won't reach the ground. We could even see a thunderstorm potentially later on. But if you're north of La Crosse to Eau Claire, unlikely to see much of anything, maybe some clouds, but precipitation-wise, probably not. A little cooler tonight, but it's mid-40s to low 50s, so still a mild start for basically middle of October. And tomorrow, overall milder, maybe a few degrees cooler. Now, tomorrow night, we do have the rain coming back in, and then it's definitely back to October-like on Sunday.
60s and 50s.
Yeah, back to where we should be.
Thanks for joining us tonight at 5. We'll see you at 6.